Hey, this is what I'll say about the Keith Lee thing. I'm not a big fan. I don't really know about him too much, but I know black customer service is a big issue in our community, and we don't play about it and we complain about it. This is an age-old thing. Like, do we go to a black restaurant where I can support and get the food I like, or do I go to another type of restaurant where I'll be treated nicely and fairly? So I'm glad this is coming up. Obviously, there's a problem if so many people are jumping on the bandwagon. I mean, the proof is in the pudding right there. But yeah, it's a thing. I still have a thing in the back of my head. I have to remind myself, some places just have bad customer service. Sometimes people are just rude and they're not being racist to you. Even if it's a black service, they may not be treating you bad just because you're black. They're just bad. They're just bad at what they do. So I know a lot of black people are like that. The tipping thing, we're always either over tipping, because we don't want to look bad. So that's just a huge thing in our community. From what I saw, the two examples didn't seem that bad. It just seemed like regular restaurant culture. The extra gratuity thing is a thing a lot of black restaurants do, where you're just like, what are you trying to say about us? But yeah, that's bad. If it's Atlanta City where it's mostly black and we're making a lot of money, we don't want our city to be, or a city to be, a place where people can't get good service and good food. Now the other thing is, I think it's mostly brunches, right? That he was complaining about, just like brunch culture. So brunch is a whole nother thing. The thing I do notice about black restaurants, sorry, this is the loudest truck was pulled up here. Alright, the monster truck is pulling off. Anything in New York City, you got monster trucks in the middle of the city. There's not even enough space for that big ass truck. I will say brunches get a little crazy with black people. Like, we overdo it and you get overcharged, and then sometimes the food is mid, right? Like, if you're going to overcharge me for some chicken and waffles and mimosa, it better be fire. It better be fire. So that's the biggest thing. When you go to the white brunches, the food is good, but you're bored, right? You go to the black brunches, you're going to turn up. There's going to be a DJ. People going to be twerking. The outfit's going to be fire. So you got to kind of decide. Also, those restaurants always shut down. In New York, you have a good black brunch spot for like 2 years. They fire on TikTok, then they gone. Also, me and my dad were just talking about how the hole-in-the-wall places, sometimes the customer service isn't good, but the food is great, so you'll wait. So that's how sometimes people approach those things. It's just like, I know the little lady in the front might have a little attitude. There might not be nowhere to sit, but I know when I taste this mac and cheese, it's going to be worth it.